Fan safety at Turner Field and other Major League Baseball stadiums now is changing. The baseball commissioner has issued recommendations to all 30 teams to expand the number of seats covered by protective netting and to increase the way that clubs warn fans about the dangers of sitting near the field. There have been several incidents in the past few years in which fans have been injured by a foul ball or a broken bat in the area, either behind home plate or immediately behind the dugout. This also brings up the thorny legal issues, and with me right now, David Krugler, a partner in the Atlanta law firm of Cash, Krugler, Fredericks. You've represented victims in personal injury cases. Let's start with a basic question. It is, what is the liability against Major League Baseball or a team if a fan is injured?
So it depends on the state that you're in. In the state of Georgia, the general rule is that those responsible for the stadium have an obligation to exercise reasonable care. And that means taking steps necessary to make sure that fans are protected from foreseeable risks of harm.
Now, tonight the Braves tell us they will comply with some recommendations. They will adjust the height of its current outer wing netting from 10 feet in height to 35 feet. That's the same height as the netting directly behind home plate. Aren't those signs enough? I mean, the ones that warn fans of the dangers and then tell them the need to pay attention, even though they post these signs, that does not absolve them in case a fan is hurt, correct, in the sense of the law? That's
absolutely correct. Those signs that may be posted around the stadium or even the fine print on the back of the tickets almost are never enforceable. It is generally held that those are against public policy, and there's a lot of reasons for that. Number one, most fans aren't aware of it, and they're not necessarily agreeing to those types of terms. But two, there's no reason to let somebody who's responsible for the safety of their patrons or their fans in this case, who know about these risks, just let those risks exist when they have an ability to fix them very quickly.
What's changed all of this are these new stadiums are very, very close to the action, and with that comes this sense of baseball is liable if your child gets hurt or if you get hurt, even if you're not paying attention. That does not get these teams or the sport off the hook.
Well, the rules differ from state to state. In many states, there's very wide protection for teams. The fact of the matter is, though, that part of the rules in Georgia require juries to evaluate what baseball stadium owners knew, what about those risks and what they could do to fix those. For example, in Major League Baseball, recently netting has been put in front of the dugouts to protect players and managers in there. And the reason for that is baseballs who are coming off bats like that can get down the line in about a second. And there's nothing that a fan can do to protect themselves in those situations.
You know, listening to you, I've decided maybe I just want to stay at home and watch the games on TV.
Well, don't do that.
No, you want to go to the game. David Krugler, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
You
Thanks
too.
for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Brenda.